Well, good morning. We are in the Prescott, Arizona area. We are going to be summiting, I think it's that, but somewhere up there, Granite Mountain. I have brand new Speed Cross 6 on. I need to break them in for the Motherlode Four Peaks Traverse and Grand Canyon rim to rim to rim next weekend. Amongst potentially other things too. It's gonna be quite the weekend, but luckily I can wear these right out of the box. This hike's gonna be like 8 miles with like 1,700 foot of elevation gain. I've done this before. So we're probably about a mile in. The trail's pretty smooth, doesn't go up too steeply. At some point we're gonna bend right sort of up there, I believe, up to a saddle. That is not the summit. It is well beyond. The first time I did this I thought that might be the summit, but it is definitely not. So cruiser, you know, maybe only gone up 200 or 300 feet this first mile, but eventually when we bang a right at a junction, then we'll gain, you know, somewhere between 500 and 1,000. So you will hit a gate just a little bit after I just recorded, and you bang a right on the Granite Mountain Trail 261. All right, so we've sort of crested the saddle here. Looks like we are taking this branch to continue up. You can't see your summit yet. We still got at least a mile. So now we get the same view as we've just come up a little bit. I think that's your summit, but I'm not sure. It could be something that's still out of view. So I'm unsure if this is the summit or it is somewhere beyond. I think it might be this, and I'm not sure if that's what I had pointed out earlier or not. I feel like the peak I pointed out was that one. Yeah, which actually looks higher. It is higher, so now I'm a little sad. So this is the summit. I just looked at the map. The trail sort of wraps around here, but in my experience, that was not the way to get up. Now, is this the way to get up? I have no idea. All right, so we've come up through the first level of sort of brush without getting too scratched up. So I think I'm just gonna need to get into this. Okay, so I think I should just start up. I'm not gonna find a better place. This looks minimally brushy. So here we go. Some big boulders. Let's keep bending this way. Might as well show you this whole adventure so you can see what it's like when you're trying to poke around and find a route up. So I'm thinking up through here, maybe. I remember there was like sort of a crack that I went up before. This is a big step up. Okay. So I don't know if that was this one. Like I said, I remember it being not trivial. Like it was a fun little adventure. Was it up this one? Or was it up here? And I'm gonna try to get through this brush and go up right here. This is not signaling any alarm or any bells if this is the right way or not, but I think I'm gonna cut left right here, I think. A little bit of stemming going on here. Yeah, I mean, not the easiest thing in the world and slightly exposed. Okay, so we're up here. This might be the crack. This is sort of familiar. A crack like this. I mean, that's not the easiest down climb in the world either. Good stable rock at least, but yeah, not the, at least there's a hold here, there's a foothold here, little holds, but they work. The texture of the rock definitely helps here. Okay, that wasn't too bad. Yeah, that might have been the crux there. For those last two parts. So I gotta remember, like, that is a tough crack. So when I get out here, I gotta remember where to go. Let's make sure we step through here. Have holds. All right. All right, yeah, that was the crux. All right, summit of Granite Mountain. See, now I want to be on that. What is that? That's definitely much higher. Whew, all right, great views. I'm not sure what that is. Maybe a little granite. There's a little Granite Mountain around here, but I mean, you could easily get to the top of any of this stuff. I mean, hell, I could go do that right now, I suppose, if I really wanted to. The lake down there where we are parked close by, and there's a mountain with some snow on it. I'm not sure what that is. I was gonna do Spruce Mountain after this, which I'm not sure if that's out there or that's out of sight. And so now I'm very confused. So I just looked at my map. This is the Granite Mountain Trail, but I am not on top of Granite Mountain. Granite Mountain is apparently that one. So I think I need to go do that after. The trail takes you to the top of this. All right, so now climbing down. Here is the crux move, which I should probably turn around, but I am not. So take that for what it's worth. How did I do this before? I really should just turn around. All right, I'm turning around. It's just, I hate turning around because then I can't see where I'm putting my foot and hands, which for something like this is very important. I'm gonna end up going sideways anyway. There's a little foot. Need to find a little hand. Yeah, I'm just sort of stemming this thing. There's a little foot. All right. I made that tougher than it needed to be, but whatever. So now, I believe there was one more. Did I think I came right up this thing. Yeah, because the bush was right here. So another little down climby section that you're gonna want to be careful with your holds. I have no idea where my foot is meant to go. Sort of awkward here. Definitely not doing this the most graceful way. But I've gotten down to this boulder, which more or less puts me in safety. Alright, we've made it back to the saddle. The main trail is going to drop down here to the left. This is where I showed you that lookout here where it was blocked off. So we have to go straight up this way, probably a good 400 or 500 feet to get to the real summit of Granite Mountain. So alright, so we just hit our first little rock outcropping that I was aiming for, you know, 150 feet up maybe, and we're wrapping around it on the left. You could have gone on the right too, I just randomly picked the left. All right, rather than climb up over that rock pile, we came to this saddle with this awesome looking tree, and there's our summit up there. So more direct line to it, avoid the up and overs. I'm gonna get a picture with this tree here. Well, that's your summit. I think I just pointed to that. And I just found a cairn. So that is somewhat of a good sign, I suppose. But now, do the cairns continue at all? I'm guessing no, not at all. But I'm gonna look for them. We have to descend 100 feet now, which is fine. It looks like there's a nice little gully right here that'll take us down to this. Look at this meadow here. This is getting a bit bushwhacky, which isn't ideal, but we've come up not far, 100 feet from the meadow, and our summit's up there. So I'm trying to sort of go up but still contour. I'm desperately looking for like use paths. I mean, for all I know, it's probably easier to just go up that spine. It looks a little more barren. Well, after some not so fun bushwhacky sections, I had a spider on me. Just one little scratch. I've made it to the saddle. Well, almost. Between these two peaks. If you watch this stuff and you enjoy it, please subscribe. My channel's relatively new, but I'm very confident it has some of the best content out there. I'd argue the best hiking content out there in terms of the diversity of hikes and the difficulty of hikes. So, while I don't have as fancy of editing or don't have a drone, the intent is just to show you what the hikes look like. And so please subscribe. I'd like to grow the channel. Well, we've worked our way past this big boulder on the right side, come through some tiny boulder obstacles, somewhat of a cliff band that required a class 3 move, but easy. And now, yeah, this is the summit block here. I just can't get up right here. I'm not gonna free solo this class 5. I go up here, maybe. Should I continue to wrap around? Maybe. I'd rather just be on rock, so I think I'm gonna give this little crack a go in hopes that there's nowhere to there you go. Use the upper body, Kevin. We could crawl through that tunnel, or I could potentially use these ledges to the left. Huh. What do we think? I'm actually, I don't know, it's about 6 of one, half dozen of the other. This actually isn't the easiest move either. That was all upper body. Whew. This is not an easy, this is not an easy step up either. All right. I think this is okay for now. Got all sorts of crap on me. Whoa, loose. I think this is going to be our summit up here, and I think we're just going to want to go down off this rib. So might as well show you the rest of the way here. Summit marker, hopefully. I don't know. Can we even get up on the actual summit? Not sure. Looks like potentially not. Come on. Yes, I think I can do this. Big step. This is actually not trivial. This is pretty exposed here. Let's hope this doesn't flake off. All right. I think this is it. Summit. Right here. Whoa. Official summit of Granite Mountain. Yeah, what now? So I think we'll just go off, I don't know, one of these directions, but made it to the actual summit, Granite Mountain. So that's cool. I'm standing on a very, very, very tiny summit block. And slowly rotating my way around. Great view of the San Francisco peaks there. All right, so here's your summit. That, I don't know what that summit's called, and then that little thing, which probably doesn't even have a name, is what we were on top of earlier. That's so lame now. But I would like to summit that. But anyway, got another peak in, so gonna head down now. Hopefully find a better route down. Once I get back to the trail, then it will be easy. But gotta make it down there. And this isn't gonna be that easy to get down. Ugh. Sorry, ladybugs. I need to squash you to be safe. Okay. All right. I'm off the actual summit block. Now we just have the monster step. All right. Now I just have to find my way down here efficiently and less bushwhacky than the way I got up. So I'm gonna focus on that. So we've turned slightly left here to try to stay on more barren slopes, and that'll drop us a little bit below the meadow, which is fine. It's not a big deal. Or we could probably just head straight up the slope actually. So there's Granite. We've passed the meadow, come back up the gully, went up and over, and now we hit this big tree, and sort of bang a left, and not too much further. And we're back. We're back to the trail. We have a mini little snake. I don't think it's a rattlesnake. It doesn't look to have a rattle. Very little tiny guy. He's just out in the sun, so I don't think he's gonna do anything. And we're back. Yeah, little baby hill at the end. All right, that was Granite Mountain, and the little peak that the trail takes you to near Granite Mountain. So it's probably 9 miles, maybe 2,100 feet all in. So that was 3 hours 11 minutes.